G'day. Welcome back to Dad vs Son, and we're going to start a playthrough of Command and Colours, Napoleonics by GMT, and I'm going to go through as chronologically as I can for lots of scenarios. So the earliest scenario I've been able to find is one by it was written by Mark McGee Mark McGee in March 16. And this is the scenario MM11 Jemappes, 6th of November 1792. And the background is that the French in command of the army of the French Revolutionary Volunteers faced the Imperial Army of Austria. The French outnumbered their opponents by about 3-1 and launched a series of enthusiastic but uncoordinated attacks against the Austrian. I'm doing it again. Ostrigen. That's Austrians. Yes, Austrians riding ostriches. Ostrigens. Sorry. Austrians on the ridge. And this is the ridge, as you can see, with a couple of field fortifications for them. At length, the French seized a portion of the ridge, and the Austrians were unable to drive them away. They conceded defeat by ordering a withdrawal. The French, intent on invading the Austrian Netherlands, advanced late in the season and attacked the Austrians with greatly superior forces. So as you can see, I've said it once or twice and now I can't get that word out of my head. So I apologise. So this battle was won by costly but effective charges against the Austrian prepared positions. The French overran them within a month, but lost the Netherlands again in the Battle of Neuwinden in March, and it would take another 2 years before they got it back. So we have 5 cards each for each side. We have the French going first, 6 victory banners to win. Special rules are the 2 town hexes down the back here. If you hold both of them, then you get 1 temporary banner point at the start of each turn. The river is fordable the whole way along. Normal thing, move into it, you have to stop movement, but all the combat deficits are not in play. So the old -1 to attacking, defending, whatever else is not in play. The Republican French have no leaders on the board whatsoever. So that's a bit of a pain for them, but it's also a pain for me because it's nice to take out their leaders. And the French line infantry, because this is a fledgling army as such, if they have to retreat, they have to retreat 2 hexes for each retreat banner. Retreat flag, I should say. And that's about it. We could use tack cards in this, but I'm going to try and play this as is. I was going to use Stuka Joe's system, but I'm just going to try and do it. So here we go. French first. And they have a scout left flank, an attack for 1, an attack left flank for 3, a probe centre, a recon in force, which is 1 in each sector, or forward, which is 2 in each sector. Right. So what do they want to do? And I think what we might do is we might use forward, and we're going to do 2 in each sector. So, so what I'm going to do is these 2 units here, I'm just going to move forward. So the line unit can move forward 1. The light unit can move forward 2. But it can't attack. In the centre, I'm going to move this light unit forward 2. and this line unit forward 1. And then on the French right flank, I am going to move this line unit forward 1 and this light unit forward 2. And what I'm trying to ensure is that especially the French line always have a good retreat lane so that they don't end up losing more than they have to. Righto, so that's the French turn done, and we're over to the Austrians, and they have a bayonet charge, a coordinated advance, a cavalry charge, and 2 scout centres. So I think, which is something that I don't do very often, I think we're going to do a bayonet charge. So this is issue an order to 4 or fewer infantry units. They may move 2 hexes and still battle in melee, but they cannot attack in ranged combat. So 4. 4, 4, 4. Okay. So I think what I want to do, we're talking about melee. Okay. I'm going to move this light infantry unit, 1, 2, to here. I'm going to move this line unit, 1, 2, to here. I'm going to move this line unit, no I'm not, this line unit, 1, 2 to there. And I have one other line unit I can move. And I'm going to bring this light unit 1, 2 to here, like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the attack here first from the line to the light, and they get 1 per for their attack. Okay, and like I said, there's no detrimental effects for being in the river this time. So they get 1, 2, 3 hits on that light unit, and they also get a retreat. It's a light unit, not a line, so it's only got to go back 1. And then these can advance if they wished, and I do not wish to do that because I don't want them getting in closer to people than they have to. Righto. I'm going to get this light unit to attack this light unit now, and they get 1, make sure, 1 each, so that's 4, and they get 1 and 1 retreat. So they're going to come back this way. Oops, they're drunk. And this line unit will advance. A light unit will advance. Okay, this light unit is now going to attack this line unit, and again it's 4, and we get a retreat only, but they've got to go back 2, so they'll go 1, 2, and this light unit is going to stay in place, and now this line unit is going to have a go at the artillery. And again, they get 1 each, but going uphill, they lose 1, so 4, and they get 1, 2, and a retreat. So the foot comes back like that. And this line unit will then advance on top of the hill. Is anybody having a go at him then? Oh, this is why I hate blocks. Okay, and that's that. So that was a damn fine go for the Austrians. So back to the French, and they have their two probe centres, left flank attack, recon in force, and scout left flank. So what did they wish to do? So the only thing they can do on the right flank here is if they use the recon in force, because that's one in each sector or section. But yeah, that's not much bloody good, that's for sure. Probe center is 2. So we could bring maybe this line unit around to here. Or they could just shoot straight into there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 into there. Okay, so I think we're going to do probe center for 2. And get them their extra card, which I don't know what it is. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move this light unit. And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to try and consolidate things a little bit. So I'm going to activate that unit as well. This light unit is going to go 1, 2, back to there. So it's out of range of everything. This line unit is going to move forward into here. And then they're going to melee with that light unit. So they get 1 per, and they get an extra 1 because they're up against a infantry unit, so they get 5. And they just got 4 kills and wiped that unit out. Look at that. All gone, and they get their first banner. Yay! And they rejoice. And then they're going to advance in. And they're going to try and come around and cut these off. So that's that. Okay. Righto. What do we want to do? Okay, so we have a rally, but the trouble is we the only units we've lost totally. So we don't actually have any understrength units, so we can't use that at the moment. With Scout Centre for 1, we have a cavalry charge, a coordinated advance, or a Scout Centre for 1 again. I think what we need to do is put a bit of curry against these people. So I'm actually going to do the coordinated advance. So 1 on each flank again, and 2 in the guts. Righto. So on the Austrian right flank, I'm going to bring this light unit up, go 1, 2, 3. In the centre, I'm going to use that foot artillery. No, I'm not. No. That was silly of me. I don't wish to do that. I'm going to activate this unit. And then I've got another unit for this side, for the centre. So I'm going to activate this foot artillery. And then on this side, I'm going to activate this line unit here. So we'll start over here. We have the light cavalry attacking, charging the light people in the river. And because they're in a river which is fordable, they can form square if they wish. Now, we're going to be attacking with 3 dice. They have 4 units, so it depends. If they go into square, then they get to attack first with 1 die, and we can only come back with 1 die. And I think that's what they want to do. So we take a random card of theirs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take that one. That goes onto the square marker, and this unit is now in square. So they get to fight back first with 1 die, and they miss, and then we get to attack them with 1 die, and we get 1. Righto. So they're finished. This unit is simply going to move back again. And then we have this foot artillery is going to shoot at this at this line unit here. So 1, 2, 3. So we get 2 die. And we get 2 of them. So I don't mind that at all. And that's done. Which leaves us with this line unit here, which is going to fire at this foot artillery. And we have 2, 4, 5 for melee, and we have 1 retreat out of all that. So he has to go back to there. Okay, and that is it for the Austrians. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Over to the French, who now have a flank attack, so that's 2 on each flank. A left flank attack for 3, a probe center, or a scout left. They're not getting anything for their right flank. Okay, so I think they have to use their flank attack here, so it's 2 on each flank. And they get another card. Okie doke. So what do they want to do here? And I think what they want to do is they want to activate this line unit. And I think they want to activate this line unit. So that's the right flank. On their left flank, they are going to activate this line unit, and they're going to activate this line unit. This one is going to move forward 1, and it's in a position to shoot, and this one is going to move forward 1, and it's just getting itself into position. Okay. This unit is going to move forward 1. And this unit is going to move forward 1. So we'll do the attack over here first. We have this line unit shooting at the light cavalry. So it's half roll rounded up, so they get a whole 2. And they miss heroically. One's upside down, Miss Jane. Okie doke. And then we have this line unit against this light unit, but they're in melee, so they get 4 plus 1 is 5, and they do 1, 2, 3, 4 damage straight up and knock out that light unit as well. So that's 2 light units gone, and they now have 2 banners. Okay, and they can advance. And now this line unit against this line unit, and again they have 5, but they're going uphill, so they lose 1 using 4, and they have 1 attack, 1 hit and 1 retreat. So 1 hit and 1 retreat, and they will advance up on top of the hill, which pushes them now out of range of the artillery, which is what I wanted to do. Okay, so they got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards still. That's good. And we're back to the Austrians, who have a scout centre, a rally. The only thing they can rally is that line unit. Another scout centre, a cavalry charge, and a probe left. So this is the probe left. Scout centre. Cavalry charge. Well, we could go 1, 2, 3 and have a go at these. Which also gives us these ones. So we could maybe try and put this one into square as well. Or we can start bringing this one over, 1, 2, 3, to bolster over here. Okay, so we're going to do cavalry charge. There we go. Oops. So up to 4 units, so we know we've got 2, and that's all. And they can do their usual move, which is up to 3, and then they can battle with an extra die. Okay. So this unit here is going to go 1, 2, like that. This unit here is going to go 1 to there. So we'll do here first. So we have this light cavalry charging this line unit here. So the line unit is going to be hit by 3 die, so it can decide to, again, go into square or stand its ground. Being a line unit, remember any retreat flag that it gets, it's got to go back 2, which will really leave this light infantry there hanging, swinging in the breeze. I think they are going to go into square. So there's their random card gone. They are now in square, so they get first shot, 1 shot, and they miss. And we get our 1 shot, and we get 1 of them. Okie doke. And that one is finished. And now I have this 1 light cavalry unit tying up 2 units. Okay, this light unit here is going to go after this line unit. Now the reason for that is I want to try and tie up one of these units so that hopefully they'll decide to go into square rather than fight. I could tie this up, but it's only 2 blocks, whereas this is 4. So that's my reasoning for that. So this unit against this, and they've decided they've already got 2 units in square. They really don't want to do that and weaken that side, so they're just going to suck it up. So we've got 3 dice, and we got 2 of them, which isn't too bad. And then they get to come back with 2 against us, and they get 1 hit, and that's it. Nobody has to retreat or anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. Righto, over to the French, who have a probe centre, a bombard, and a scout left flank. So bombard is issue a order to 4 or fewer artillery units. We've only got 2. They may move up to 3 hexes and not battle, or not move and fire 2 additional die. Okay, so I could go sort of, 1, 2, 3, but then yeah, that's dangerous. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I can't shoot over him because line of sight is blocked here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could shoot with this guy over to there. That would be usually 1 die, but that will give me 3 shots at him, which is pretty good. What can this guy do? He can't shoot over into him, but maybe it is worth bringing him down anyway. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to activate this guy here for the bombard. They get 1 other card, and he is simply going to fire over there to those line infantry. It's a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 1 die, plus the 2 for the bombard because he hasn't moved. And he gets 2 retreats. So he goes 1, 2. And that's it. Righto. Austrians, how are we doing for time? 26 minutes. We have a probe left flank. We have our rally. We have a scout centre, and we have Elan, which is roll battle dice equal to command, which is the number of cards in our hand, which is 5. And for each symbol rolled, 1 unit of that type is ordered. So why don't we do that? So we're going to do Elan. So we have 5 dice. We roll them up. So we have 3 cavalry. So 2 cavalry can be given commands because we only have 2. So 1 and 2. 1 artillery can be given a command. And I will give it to this one here. And the flag does nothing, I don't believe. 1 unit or leader of your choice may be ordered for each flag symbol rolled. Oh, well, there you go. So I can do my own for 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to order this one here. So there we go. Okay, we'll start over here, and this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3. And he's going to have a go at the artillery over there. This guy is simply going to go against here. This unit is simply going to go against these. No, against these. I think that's it. Okay, and the artillery is going to fire. So nobody needs to move, but we will. So he's going to move to there, and he can still do his attack. Yep. Okay, so we'll start over here. So we have the light cavalry against the cannons. So we have 3 dice, -1 for going uphill, I believe. Or is it 2 for horses? No, 1. And we get them to retreat 1 hex, which is fair enough. So that's done. They can move forward, and they can do it all again. So now they can use 3 dice. No, still 2, because they're going downhill. Horses need to watch themselves. And that's 2 retreats. So it goes to it'll go to the corner for 1, and it loses 1 for the next. Righto. Which means we could advance again if we wished, but we do not wish. Okay. Next, we have the foot artillery. We're going to be shooting at this light unit here. So we get 3 dice, and we hit them for 1, which could have been better, but yeah. Okay. So they're still in square, and that one's done. This light cavalry is, oh, cheeky, cheeky. This light cavalry is going after this line unit here for 3. Again, do they want to go into square? And there's only 2 of them. But they've only got 3 cards as it is. No, they're not going to. Sorry. There's only 2 cavalry, not 3. And we kill one of them. And then he has a go back at us. And he makes us retreat 1. And we'll go back there. Okay, then we have these 4 line here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've decided I'm going to go after these ones here. And that's 2. And they are kaput. And that's the first banner for them. Okay. And they are going to advance to the rear like that. Okay, and they get their 5th card back. And we're back to the French. How's our time going? Yep. Who have scout left flank, probe centre, and recon in force. And I think what we're going to do is we are going to recon in force, which is 1 in each sector or section. Okay. So the first one is going to be this line unit, and that way they get that card back. And in this sector it'll be this light unit of cavalry, and in this sector it is going to be this line unit. Okay, so we'll start over here on the French left, and they are going to move 1 into the river. In the centre, these ones are going to go 1, 2, 3, and this line unit is going to go 1 to there. So we're going to start over here. This line unit is going to shoot up into there. So they have moved, so it is 1 die, half dies per block, round up, half die per block. So that's 1.5, rounded up is 2, minus 1 for the hill, they get 1 big shot. And they got a hit out of that. Not bad, not bad at all. Okay. The light infantry, light cavalry here is going after the line unit. So the Austrians are staying as they are. They're getting attacked by 3. Whoop. It's got to go in. And they get 1 hit and 1 retreat. So they're going to retreat up on the hill. Cavalry comes forward. They go 1. They go 2. And now they can attack either the light cavalry or the line. So they're going to go after the light cavalry this time. So again, that's 3, but now they're going uphill. So that's only 2. And they get 1 of them as well. Okay, and they're done. Then we have this line unit meleeing with this line unit, and they have 4 units, 4 blocks. They get 1 for each block, +1 for meleeing against infantry, -1 for going up the hill, so 4, and they get 2 hits and a retreat. And we will retreat back to here, and they will advance onto there, like that. Okay, and we're back to the Austrians, and then we might call it quits. So we have 2 scout centres, a rally, a probe left, and a scout right, and this is where we're going to use the rally, because I have an artillery unit, a light cavalry unit, and a line unit that I could rally. So I roll battle die, which is 5, and I get for each symbol I get 1 block of that type back. And of course the sabres mean nothing and the flag means nothing, so I get 1 artillery like that, and I get 1 cavalry. And rallied units that gain at least 1 block are ordered. So these 2 units can play. So I'm going to use the foot unit here to shoot at this line unit here. So that's 3. And I got absolutely nothing. So that's trying to tell me something. I'm not sure what. Okay, and this light unit here is going to move. No, it's not. It's just going to go straight after them. So we get 2. And we got nothing. So there we go. All done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're back to a French turn. We'll call it quits there, and we'll come back with the next video with the French again. So I hope you're enjoying, and I will see you shortly. Take care. Bye for now.